ingredients and provide 20 billion Korean won in subsidies to help smaller food manufacturers buy local produce. To help stabilize egg and chicken prices, which continue to rise, Korea will expand domestic egg production and import 4,000 tons of poultry from Thailand. These measures come as the Bank of Korea warns that persistent high living costs could fuel inflation expectations and hinder price stability. South Korea, the U.S., and Japan held joint air drills today near Jeju Island to strengthen trilateral security amid North Korean threats, marking the first such exercise under President Lee Jae-myung. The drills involve South Korean F-15Ks, U.S. F-16s, and Japanese F-2s. The Air Force said the exercise aimed to deter North Korea's nuclear and missile advancements. It follows reports that North Korea will send workers to Russia's Kursk region, signaling deeper military ties between the two countries. In local news, at around 2:30 p.m. today, a fire broke out at the Dongil rubber belt factory in Geumjeonggu district. Reports indicate the fire began with a loud explosion, prompting emergency calls to 119. Busan Metropolitan City Fire Disaster Headquarters issued a level 1 response and is currently working to extinguish the blaze. Geumjeonggu District Office sent out a safety alert advising vehicles to detour around the building and instructing citizens inside to evacuate. Busan Mayor Park Hyung-jun has called for the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries to relocate to Northport, emphasizing the need to integrate related functions from other ministries to boost synergy. Speaking yesterday, he said the move would strengthen Busan's status as a global maritime hub and support collaboration with local industries. His remarks sparked renewed competition among local districts, with Donggu District, which is home to Northport, welcoming the proposal. Other districts, including Junggu, Yeongdo-gu, Gangseogu, and Namgu districts, have also expressed interest in hosting the ministry. In international news, several flights to and from Bali have been cancelled or delayed after Mount Lewatobi Laki-Laki, one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes, erupted yesterday. According to the country's volcanology agency, the volcano on the island of Flores sent an ash plume over 11 kilometers into the sky around 5:35 p.m. local time. No casualties have been reported so far, but authorities raised the alert to the highest level and urged people to stay at least 7 kilometers away from the crater. And now for today's weather. The current weather in Busan is mostly clear with a temperature of 26 degrees. An ozone advisory was issued at 3 p.m. today for Geumjeonggu, Dongnae-gu, Yeonjae-gu, and Busan Jingu districts. The temperature will average around 22 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Total length 278.8 kilometers, 9 courses and 23 sections in total. 6 coastal paths, 3 riverside trails, 8 forest trails and 4 urban routes. A combination of the Korean word for seagull, the symbol of Busan, and the road or the word for road, which creates the name of Busan's special trail, 갈매길. Busan's beautiful 갈매길. How far have you explored? Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick things off with Sneakers by ITZY.
Let's go, like what? 자유로운 기분 not like that. 고민 따윈 already done. 색감 기고 보는 게 재치, that's not my fault. 도저히 I don't care at all. 내 멋대로 갈 거야. 필요 없어 older. Don't need no guidance, I'm making my way. I'm on my way, yeah. Run to the top. 난 언제든 straight, yeah. 원래 두려운 게 없어 난. 상관없어, call me trouble, or you can call me weirdo. 나로 살고 싶어. 저 끝을 지켜 올린 채로 다가질 듯한 attitude, 그거면 돼. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. Put my sneakers on. Yeah yeah. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. 빨리 가보자고 yeah yeah. Yeah yeah. 내리던 순간 stand up 빨리 뛰는 심장 don't stop get loose. 불태워 지금 my youth. 지금 my youth. The party ain't started. 시작도 안 했어 난. 요즘 꽃인 말이 하나 있지. My best is yet to come. 상관없어 call me trouble, or you can call me weirdo. 나로 살고 싶어. 저 끝을 지켜 올린 채로 다가질 듯한 attitude, 그거면 돼. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. Put my sneakers on. That's right. Yeah yeah. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. 빨리 가보자고 yeah yeah. Yeah yeah. 자유롭게 뛰고 싶어. 다른 사람 시선들 don't care now. 어디까지 가게 될지 모르지만 일단은 start right now. Yeah, alright. 멈추지 마 to the top. Don't worry about it, cause you know I put my sneakers on. 상관없어, call me trouble, or you can call me weirdo. 나로 살고 싶어. 저 끝을 지켜 올린 채로 다가질 듯한 attitude, 그거면 돼. You better put your sneakers on. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. Put my sneakers on. Yeah yeah. Put my sneakers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go. 빨리 가보자고 yeah yeah. Yeah yeah. 자유롭게 뛰고 싶어. 다른 사람 시선들 don't care now. 어디까지 가게 될지 모르지만 일단 start right now. Yeah, alright. 멈추지 마 to the top. 같이 걸어가 보자고. Yeah yeah.
Sneakers by ITZY, or as we call them in England, trainers. Did you know that, Ang PD? In England, we don't say sneakers. 운동화. 영국에서 trainers이라고 합니다. Sneakers is a very American word, but still, I'm used to it anyway. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's 4:09 in the afternoon. On a hump day, it's Wednesday. I hope you're having a great one so far. Now, do you enjoy walking? I love walking, but these days, it is getting quite hot. And you do end up sweating a lot when you walk, but taking a shower often helps with that. It makes you feel more refreshed. And as more people focus on their health, more are choosing walking as a form of exercise. So the question becomes, where should we walk? Of course, Busan has many places to walk. The beach, some of the towns, the parks. But it also has beautiful hiking trails. And the one you can't miss is 갈매길. Now, as mentioned earlier, it consists of 9 courses and 23 sections in total. According to a walking travel survey last year, 갈매길 ranked 4th after 해파랑길, 제주올레, and 남파랑길, making it one of Korea's most popular walking trails. Now, some paths follow the coast, some go along rivers, others pass through forests, and some take you through the city. All you need to do is choose based on your mood. So here's some exciting news. To celebrate the 16th anniversary of 갈매길, the trail is about to get a big upgrade. The city plans to connect the trail to more local history, culture, tourism, and natural sights. They'll discover hidden walking spots, improve inconvenience sections with alternative routes, and enhance access to public transportation. With all these changes, why not take a walk along Busan's 갈매길 this summer? And of course, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. But in the meantime, before that, we've got lots of love coming in online, which is always heartwarming to see. Benny Nim coming in first, but then confusingly Juliet Nim, welcome to the show, saying, wow, once in a blue moon, did I get the crown? I don't think you did. Yeah, that's right. I think it might be different on everyone's computer or phone, but from where I'm looking, Benny got the crown just in time. But maybe you can both share the crown today. Benny Nim says, hi, Ang PD and all, happy hump day. Good to see you, Benny Nim, and Jin Lee Nim as well, saying happy Wednesday, Nick and everyone. Lovely to see you on this lovely summer day, Jin Lee Nim. I like Juliet's Nim way of calling a Wednesday Whimsical Wednesday. That's nice. It makes it sound very fantastical, very happy, and almost like a fantasy movie. I love it. Whimsical Wednesday. We've also got Basic Nim saying 안녕하세요. Is this your friend, Ang PD? Basic Nim 혹시 Ang PD의 친구분이 아니신가요? 안녕하세요. Kind of suspicious, 좀 수상한데요. Welcome to the show, Basic Nim. It's good to have you here. Sangmin Park Nim as well. Welcome to the show. And Soy Nim as well, saying hi, Nick and 친구들. Good afternoon. Good to have you here, Soy Nim. I hope the weather's good up in Seoul. The weather is beautiful here. Quite hot, but still beautiful. Drift Monkey Nim too. Welcome to the show, my friend. I assume you are in between sets of squats right now because you only ever seem to work out your legs and your gluteus maximus. I can't remember what the name of that muscle is. Julia Nim saying, it's cold inside, so I have to wear a blazer. I guess you got the aircon running on full blast, which is nice. That's good. Maybe, bundle up if you're in an office that keeps everything too cold. We also got Chae Sung-nim messaging in saying good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, my friend. Greetings from Busan to Pohang. And everyone else, if you're wanting to say something, if you want to send a message but you don't know what to say, how about answering the question of the day? 네, 오늘의 텍스트 토픽은요. 여러분 하루에 평균 몇 걸음 걷나요? 오늘 몇 보 걸었나요? 핸드폰 체크해보세요. So, how often do you walk in a day, on average, and today, how many steps did you walk? So for me, my watch, it's a very, cheap watch, but it tells me how many steps I walked. And I don't think it's very accurate, but it's accurate to within maybe a few hundred steps, I would say. Every day when I walk to the station and then back home, generally is around 7,000 to 8,000 steps, which isn't too bad. I hear that's a pretty good amount. I wish it would go to Manbo, but I guess I don't live that far away. So for me, it's about 8,000 on average, and I like to walk as much as I can. I love it, but my family members hate it, so we often have to compromise. But everyone let me know, how often do you walk a day, and did you walk a lot today? Let me know. Send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which costs you 101, a Kakao Talk message, or a YouTube live comment. Drift Monkey Nim saying, I was doing bent over rows when you joined. Now it's bench time. God, you're gonna be more muscle than man by the end of the year, my friend. We have Chae Sung Nim actually already answering today's text topic, saying there's a small pond nearby that has a trail around it that I often walk with my family. That's beautiful. Ponds, any kind of lake ponds, they're just beautiful to walk around, see a few of the fish, see some hak as well. That's awesome. And that's good family time as well as good exercise time. Well, I'm going to tell you what's coming up today. We're going to have Busan Times, where we catch up on the day's top stories in Busan with news anchor Claire Kim. Nick's Deep Dive will follow that, where I share my thoughts about everything in the world. Busan by Chance, where Gina comes in and we discover the familiar yet unfamiliar side of Busan through the eyes of a foreign reporter. And then in the second half, we're going to have My Life, My English, stories of Busan locals, encounters on the streets of Busan. Ask Me Anything will be the final segment with Melissa. And then, of course, before that, we'll have Busan Quiz Master, a chance for you to win a prize. And today is pizza. It's a pizza day, so there's a lot at stake. A lot to play for. So make sure you participate throughout the day and don't go anywhere. Message me through the channels that I mentioned earlier, and I'll be right back with Busan Times.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now time to be joined by our resident news anchor, Claire Kim.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Enjoying the weather. It's sunny today as opposed to yesterday.
Bit nicer.
Bit nice. It's a bit nicer, yeah. Do you like walking? I think we talked about this. Do you like walking?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I do.
What would you say is your average step count?
That's not so good. 5,000, around 5,000.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So what is your average walking day? Do you like walk to here? Do you walk up and, I don't know, walk to the TV or the fridge or whatever? Or
That would be the most.
Okay, inside the house walking.
Yeah, and then maybe, get coffee or
Yeah.
just go around the
Yeah.
house.
Okay.
That
Oh,
would
wait.
be- Yeah.
5,000 steps in the house.
Not in the house. I guess.
층간 소음이 장난 아니야.
If I go outside, it will be 5,000.
Okay.
If I stay inside, it will be 3 digits.
Do you have your phone handy?
Yeah. Oh, not right now.
Not right now. So you don't know how many 몇 보 걸었는지 이제.
Today,
Yeah.
it will be bad. Today.
Really? Go on, give us an estimate.
Today will be around 1,000. I didn't really go outside.
You know what? I think I'll be less because today I was late, so I got the bus. I've done 1,700 steps today.
I think I can
Yeah.
chase it from here, but I don't know how.
Yeah. It's all right. Sometimes there are off days. We've got a few people messaging what they did. Juliet Nim says 1,509 steps. Very similar to us. Benny Nim says, I think over 100 steps a day. Do you mean 1,000? I think everyone walks 100 just by
100
breathing.
is you're going to toilet.
Exactly. Going to the bathroom every now and then. That's 100. Maybe you meant 1,000. Okay. English Wikinim says, often walking to and from work and with
Wow.
other walking. So usually
Fair bit.
10,000 or 7.4
That's
kilometers. Interesting. Everyone keeps sending us how many you walk, and I'll read them in a little bit. But right now, we are going over some things happening around the city. What are we kicking things off with?
Okay, let's start with a big update for the city's early risers, especially those working in East Busan's industrial zones. Beginning July 1st, a new commuter bus route will run from between Cheongwan New Town and 2 major industrial zones, including Chang'an and Pallong industrial complexes.
Okay. Now, I know Cheongwan is a major residential area. Is this for folks who have been relying on cars to get to work?
Exactly. Despite being home to many workers, Cheongwan has had very limited direct public transit to these industrial complexes. That's meant people had little choice but to use their own cars, resulting in long commutes, heavy traffic, and a lot of stress.
Cheongwan, sorry. It was written in English, so I was like, Cheongwan.
Cheongwan.
I have a friend who lives in Cheongwan, and
Yeah.
it's a nice area, but it is quite far out from everything.
It's a bit far from
If you don't have a car.
good things. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it must have been frustrating, especially with rising gas prices too.
Yes, but the new line is designed to ease that burden. It will run twice daily, once at 7 a.m. for the morning shift and again at 6 p.m. after work. And what's exciting is this isn't just a one-time fix. It's actually part of a bigger expansion plan.
Okay, so there's more to come.
Exactly. With this new addition, Busan will now operate 47 commuter buses connecting 13 industrial zones citywide. That adds up to 101 total daily trips, 52 in the morning and 49 in the evening.
It sounds like the city is really investing in worker mobility.
They are. The move came in response to a formal request back in May from industrial complexes in Gijanggun County who asked the city to expand commuting options for their workforces. Busan responded quickly by activating a pre-designed direct route from Cheongwan to Pallong and Chang'an, meaning they didn't just talk about solutions, they already had one mapped out.
That's great. It's awesome when the city plans ahead.
Me too. Also, the city is launching a new commuter app in September called 산단타요, a name chosen through a naming contest with local workers and city employees. It literally literally means I'm riding the bus to the industrial zone. 산단 가는 버스 타요.
So 산단 타요. It almost sounds like some Greek Mediterranean, like Santorini. San Antonio. It's really catchy. And what can people do with this?
So much. They'll be able to check real-time bus locations, get route and delay alerts, submit feedback, and sign in as members to personalize the experience. The system will also collect commuting data to optimize routes and reduce wait times in the long term.
And I imagine that'll be a game changer for those early morning and late evening commuters.
Absolutely. Busan is also modernizing the whole digital experience with sleek and new design, better GPS accuracy, and two-way communication for announcements. It's going to make a real difference in how workers move around the city.
Great. Awesome stuff. It's nice to see some of the outer boroughs getting some attention and to make transportation easier.
Yes.
So let's move. Speaking of safety still, our next story is about manholes. It's not a topic that comes up often, but it's important because every time I go near one, I sometimes do a double take and try not to walk over it.
Same.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You never know. Yeah.
To be sure.
Right.
Yeah. Recently, a frightening incident in Yeonsan-dong made headlines. During heavy rainfall, a manhole cover was lifted by water pressure, and a pedestrian fell into it because the open manhole wasn't visible.
That's almost in like a sinkhole. It's terrifying.
It really was. The manhole in question had been installed before 2022, which means it wasn't equipped with a fall prevention net, something that's only been mandatory in flood-prone zones since the design code update that year.
So what is Busan doing now?
So they're taking decisive action. Starting this summer, the city will inspect all 170,000 manholes across Busan. Then by the end of this year, they'll install safety nets in every single manhole located in flood-prone or priority zones, about 14,000 in total.
That's a lot of lids to check.
It is, but essential. These areas are more likely to see manholes burst open during storms, and the nets can prevent tragic falls. For other areas, upgrades will begin in 2026 next year, starting with regions that get the most rainfall or foot traffic.
So it's a phased plan with the most vulnerable spots getting attention first.
Indeed, it's a targeted safety response to climate risk. City officials say they're committed to building a walkable, livable city. And that means not just adding parks and lights, but making sure the ground beneath your feet is safe too.
Can't argue with that.
And it's not just infrastructure, it's trust. When cities fix things before they become a disaster, it makes residents feel seen and protected.
Awesome stuff. This is great because, we've seen horror stories on the news.
Yes.
It's tragic, it's scary.
Not only Busan, but
all over. But it's good steps are being taken
before the rain just comes this week.
Before 장마철 really comes. Yeah, thank goodness for that. Okay, let's close with something warmer, like the smell of a good book.
Couldn't agree more. Busan's beloved Happy Book Sharing program is back for this year, 2025, and it's already making waves. From June to December, anyone can bring books published after January 1st, 2023 to one of 40 participating local bookstores across the city.
And you get something in return?
Yes, of course. You'll get a voucher worth 50% of the book's original price, which you can use to buy a new book at that store. It's a great incentive to declutter your shelves, support small bookstores, and encourage reading all at once.
That's great. So is it any book or are there rules and exceptions?
There are a few exclusions. Textbooks, workbooks, dictionaries, foreign books, damaged books, and those over 30,000 won aren't eligible. But for most regular reads in good condition, you're good to go.
That makes sense. So just the regular novel that's maybe cost you like $20.
Easy to read.
That's really good. And your workbooks, they're just scribbled in. Or there's no way you can return those. And what happens to the books that get donated?
That's the best part. They're recycled into a public good, donated to small libraries, outdoor reading spaces, and even mobile library setups. Last year alone, 13,700 books found new homes, and this year over 1,500 books were exchanged just in the first week.
That's a fantastic loop of reuse and community, I think.
It really is. The program is made possible by Busan Library and a local business partner that helps purchase the books and donate them to public reading areas. The goal, to build what they're calling a moving book economy.
Oh, that's a nice term.
For info, check library.busan.go.kr or head over to Busan Library on Insta. Or better yet, just pop into your local bookstore. You might walk out with something new and your old favorite might become someone else's next adventure.
For sure, that's great. This is for all the readers out there. You're a reader?
No.
Nah, there you go. Yeah, I feel like a hypocrite because I'm not a reader either. But still, there are many readers out there, so this is for you.
For you guys.
We did have a Rationim messaging in a little bit about the manholes, saying 장마 기간에 맨홀은 위험한 요소이죠. 세심한 관리가 반드시 필요합니다.
Yes.
Totally agree, and it's great that they're really going into this as fast as they can and as well as
It's
they
dangerous.
can.
You can't really see.
I know,
When
especially when it's
the water
darker.
is like flooded.
It's just all glistening. The road and the manholes, they blend into one.
The color, because of the color.
For sure. Claire, thank you so much. Really useful information, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, everyone.
All right, we're going to take a quick song break, and we'll be right back. This is Ruin My Life by EJ.
I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined my life. But I keep holding on so tight. Yeah, I keep holding on so tight. I'm not sure if you love me equal. All my stupid thoughts might be lethal. I think about you so much I can't sleep. No text back, my heart skips a heartbeat. And when I talk I'm so afraid that you might find out who I am. So every night I lie awake, I pray tonight's not the night. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined but I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. Yeah, I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined but I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. Yeah, I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. I think that our time might be borrowed. Got no time to think about tomorrow. When you say goodbye, I go 6 feet. Don't do that, my heart skips a heartbeat. And when I talk, I'm so afraid, oh my God, I'm so afraid that you might find out who I am. So every night I lie awake, I pray tonight's not the night. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined but I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. Yeah, I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined my life. I bet you ruined but I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight. Yeah, I keep holding on so tight, tight, tight.
느게 탐구생활. It is summer. It's the season when many people find themselves sweating a lot. That also means it's the time of year when people take more showers than ever. Do you use hot water when you shower, or do you prefer cold water? Even in the heat of summer, showering with cold water isn't easy. However, people who start taking cold showers often say they can't stop once they get used to it. So, which is better from a scientific perspective? Well, recently, health experts have warned that showering with extremely hot water could pose serious health risks. When exposed to hot water, the body tries to cool down by expanding blood vessels near the skin. This can lead to dizziness or loss of consciousness. It was also noted that hot showers can negatively affect the skin, hair, and even the immune system. Also, they are saying that frequent hot showers may lead to dry skin, itching, and inflammatory skin conditions. Experts also recommend avoiding overly long showers and suggest applying moisturizer right after your shower while your skin is still slightly damp to help retain moisture. However, that doesn't mean jumping into a freezing cold shower is safe either. Sudden exposure to cold water can be risky, especially for those with certain health conditions. Caution is needed. Now, which one do you prefer? Hot water showers or cold water showers? Hot or cold, that is the question. I went through a period of doing cold showers for about a month or so, and and when you're doing it, when you're in the cold shower, it's really horrible, especially if it's not the summer. It's really horrible, but the benefits that I felt were when I stepped out of the shower and I dried off, I felt a sense of refreshment I've never felt before. I just felt so calm. I felt comfortable. And when I dried off and put clothes on and put cream or whatever on, I just felt so good. So really, it's not being in the shower, in the cold shower, that's good. For me, it was after the cold shower. I felt great. But still, I do like a warm shower, especially in the winter. But because it is summer, these days I am doing a bit of a transition. I start with warm water and then I try to finish with cold water, a gradual cold water, which I find is quite nice. It's a nice compromise, I think. But everyone is different, and like we said, there are health benefits and things that are not so good for your health, so be careful with those. Anyway, welcome back to the show. It is 4:32 in the afternoon. We've got some messages coming in, which is always great. People talking about how many steps they walked, because that is today's text topic, which is how many steps do you walk on average and how many steps have you walked today? 여러분은 하루에 평균 몇 걸음 걸으시나요? 그리고 오늘은 몇 보 걸으셨어요? Check your phone right now to see how many you did. Drift Monkey Nim said, I do 7,000 to 8,500 a day while walking up and down the shop. There you go. Kind of similar to me, yeah, like you said. I think that's a pretty good amount, because I do that. Jenny Nim, welcome to the show. Fantastic to see you. Saying, 저는 오늘 운동 안 가서 1,133 걸음 아장아장 수준이네요. Hey, that's fine. If you're not going to the gym, maybe you can do a few laps around your house. Like Claire does. Boost those numbers. Raration님 saying 반갑습니다. 누워서 포열 부산 시청하니 천국이 따로 없네요 라고 했어요. That's awesome. I bet you're having a great time relaxing, my friend. Maybe get a few steps in, Today we're trying to encourage a bit of walking. Get up, do a couple of laps around your house and then lie back down again. That might be nice. Also we had Soinim saying, now usually 지금까지는 6,967. Okay, she's telling me all of them. A weekly average is 10,222. 1 month average is 9,707, and their 1 year average is 8,700. Does it keep track of that long? That's crazy. That's really cool. Also, taking the subway and then using the stairs really helps, she said. That's really cool that you're measuring. I think, in a month, about 10,000 is a pretty good average per day. That's really cool. Keep that up. Jinli님 says, 하루 걸음 목표는 10,000보입니다. 약 7% 달성했습니다. 10분당 약 1,000보. 밤 산책 1시간 걸어요. 오, 활이 단길 좋아요. That's awesome. So, you've done about 70%, which is great. That's awesome. 최승님 saying, I walk 7,000 steps. I heard it's enough to walk 7,000. It takes about an hour to walk 7,000 steps. I would say that's about right. It takes me about 30 minutes to walk to and back from here, and I walk about 7,000 to 8,000 steps. So yeah, that sounds about right. Also, Soinim saying that once they finish their finals, 저 어제 기말고사 끝나서 오늘부터 방학이에요. 너무너무 신나고 좋아요 라고 하셨어요. Congratulations on your summer vacation. I hope you did well on your test, but don't think about it. 생각하지 마시고 just enjoy your summer vacation, and I hope you get the results you want. That's awesome. Congratulations. Anyone else, please tell me how many steps you walk. Let's get encouraging. Let's encourage each other. That's always nice. All right. Anyway, send your messages to me. Coming up next, we have Gina coming in for our next segment, Busan by Chance. Before that, though, we're going to take a song break, and we'll be right back. This is 불어온다 by Highlight.
모두가 날 떨어 더 힘들 거라고 얘기했어. 그래서 난 너를 믿어. 추운 겨울 here, it's not the end. 바람처럼 살며시 나를 따뜻하게 감싸와 꼭 함께인 것 같아. 눈 감으면 너의 손이 맞닿을 것 같아. 날 부르는 네 목소리 이렇게 서면 내게 멈춰버린 시간들 얼어붙은 날 깨워줘. I'm still here, it's not the end.
Hello everyone and welcome back to For Your Busan. It is now 4:39 in the afternoon and it's time for Gina. Hello.
안녕하세요. Hi 여러분. Hi Nick.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. You sure? Yeah. Maybe you walked too much today.
Oh.
That's today's text topic is, first of all, what is your average, your 평균 for walking? And today, how many steps did you take?
Well, average, like I drive on the weekdays, but I walk in Gwangan, from Millak to Kumyeonsan.
Okay.
So
that's
it's probably
respectable.
like 3 kilometers or something.
Is it?
I think so.
Is it?
Or 2.
From Millak to Kumyeonsan? I think it's about like
끝과 끝.
1 or 2. Maybe. That's fair enough
Yeah,
though.
so it's probably like 3,000 steps.
3,000.
Yeah.
And today?
Today I just drove.
You drove?
Everywhere.
페달 밟는 것도 이제
Oh,
도움이 되지
it
않을까요?
counts?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. But you're going to be put to shame here, and someone's going to put me to shame. Raration님 says 평균은 10,000보 정도네요. 근데 저의 최고 기록은요. 몇 년 전 잠복도에 70,000보
How?
약 40km 이상 넘게 걸은 적이 있다고 하셨어요. 그 뒤로 정신이 좀 이상해져서 다시 그렇게 안 걷습니다. I don't blame you. The most I love walking. The most I've walked is about 4,000보. When I went to Tokyo like 10 years ago.
Wow.
I was in my 20s and my legs hurt for days. But 70,000 is insane. I'm surprised you survived, Raration님.
Wow.
We had 조현철님 as well saying 저는 하루에 한 12,000에서 14,000 걸음 정도 평균 걸어요. 오늘은 7,900 걸었습니다. That's really good still. That's awesome. People are really healthy. And I think especially in Korea because people love walking and hiking and it's a very walkable country.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anyway, you're here to tell us where we could potentially walk to in the city of
To
Busan.
show you guys around.
Yeah, show us around. Where are you taking us?
Well, like one of the good places to walk is probably the parks. 공원.
Yes.
공원 산책.
Always good.
So the first park I'd like to introduce you guys is 용두산 공원.
Okay.
So I think I mentioned about this 공원 before, like, but I mean, it's a good park to walk, and then thing I'd like to introduce you guys is that you can actually go to 자갈치 and the BIFF. Like there are like lots of things around this park, so you can have fun there.
Yeah.
It's not just like a park. You just stay there like for nothing. So
Right,
you can try like lots of things. So it's located between 중앙역 and 남포역.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go in 남포동 too.
For sure, yeah. I do like the large amount of escalators you have to go up to get there.
That one.
That saves you from walking too much.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting picture you took. If everyone's looking on YouTube Live right now, a nice composition in between a large pawi and a palm tree.
Yeah,
kind of makes it look like normal sized. Have you ever been to the top?
The tower? Not really. Actually. I think you have to pay, right?
Yeah, of course. You have to pay. Yeah, they got electricity bills.
I don't think the locals don't really go to the top.
Yeah, I've been once.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
very nice. It was beautiful. You get a nice view of the whole of Nampo and even to 광안리까지. You can kind of see the tall buildings over there. So it is nice to go up there. I don't think it's too pricey. So yeah, Yeongdusan Park, fantastic place, and like you said, you got access to the best fish market in the country for sure, and my favorite area, which is Nampodong anyway. So, great stuff. All right, then this is place number 1. Where are you introducing us to next?
And the next one is, of course, 시민공원. This one is my favorite park in Busan, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there are lots of 강아지.
You get to see all the cute dogs.
I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like you can see like lots of cute dogs there. Like 강아지 산책 많이 하는 곳이니까.
That's awesome.
So and there's a fountain. There's like fountain stuff. I guess it's only probably on summertime maybe.
Do you mean the waterfall, the rainbow waterfall? Or is there a fountain? In the entrance.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
that one.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just go there actually for the dogs a lot. So
Dog hunting.
Yeah.
Do you own a dog? Do you have a dog?
no, I don't really have one.
So you're doing a bit of 대리만족 when you. Okay, that's fair enough. What's your favorite breed, out of interest?
Border Collie.
My grandparents had a border collie, and it was the dog that got me to stop being scared of dogs as a kid. They're very smart and very loving.
Hard one.
Border collies are nice, yeah. So 시민공원, of course, is a great place. It's also a great place for going for picnics as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And there's a road made by mud. Can you tell us about that?
So there's like a road made by mud. It's like 흙으로 만든 어떤 길인데, and then like lots of people, they just take off their shoes and just walk.
황토길인가요?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. And they just walk
okay.
on there. And it said it's good for your qi. Balance your qi.
The QI qi.
Yeah. Your yin and yang.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've never. These places have been popping up around Busan a lot. These 황토 like 걷는 거리들. There's one in Haeundae as well.
Oh.
And I'm not brave enough to do it yet. Because I know there are feet washing stations nearby, but
It hurts.
I don't know. I just don't want to get like my clothes stained. For example, not because it hurts, but still. All right, so if you want to go enjoy some nice, clay mud walking experiences and go and see the beautiful dogs that go and have fun and roam free around there. I really like it. I was talking about this place with, I think it was Steve Nam the other day, and because it used to be part of a military encampment, there's a lot of military structure still there, which is quite cool to see.
Yeah, that's why it's probably all flat there, all 평지, because it was
Yeah, good point.
Place. Yeah.
And you can also go and see concerts because there are concert areas in the park.
Yeah.
It's very big, thinking about it. Got to go again this year.
Sure.
All right, where is the last place you are taking us?
Last one is... I'm sorry, it's my selfie.
I've never seen you with that hair or that tuxedo jacket thing. It's very cool, very fashionista.
It was like a long time ago. I mean, this place is 온천장.
온천천.
Yeah, it's famous for the cherry blossom, and I went there at that season too.
Okay.
So, but I was trying to find those pictures. I'm sorry, and then all I had was my selfies. So I had to.
That's okay. You know what? Selfies are more personal, I think. We get to see you from whatever year that was.
Yeah, this was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I had long hair back then. So
Okay.
so this place is actually and it's actually a good place to walk.
Yeah.
They have the 산채로. You
Yep.
can see like the red one
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
And then
That's the bicycle lane. Don't walk on that. I can see the little bicycle symbol there, I think.
and then the cherry blossom.
Yeah.
April, I guess.
Yeah.
March
yeah.
or April. Yeah.
Wonsanchan is, I love it because it's they have random festivals going on there.
Yes.
And I went to some, I think it was about a month or two ago, they're having a huge historical style of festival, loads of food courts, loads of like, kind of like old Joseon Dynasty Haengjin. It was really
I'd like
interesting.
to see that one.
Yeah, it was just really cool. And you can see lots of cute dogs there. Lots of people walk their dogs there, which is fantastic.
Gonna go back again.
Yeah. We have 고수님 saying, 어머, 진아님 사진 자신감이 넘치시는 모습이네요. For sure. You gotta, be confident when you take a selfie, right?
Thank you.
That's why my selfies are always really bad. All right. So we went to these three places. 온천천, also 시민공원, and
용두산공원.
Yongdusan Park. Great stuff. Lots of ideas for the summer. Now, this is a time where you send us off into, you serenade us. Yeah, and every week is a different song. What is the song today?
So the song I brought today is a Korean song called 놀러 가자 by Gaomi.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
because today's 공원 topic,
Yeah.
놀러 가자 뭐 피크닉도 하고.
거미가 많아서 이런
No.
거미 선택한 거 아닌가요? Okay, if you go to a park, there's lots of spiders around. Yeah. I'll take your explanation. Okay, so everyone, get ready. Put in some good headphones. Turn up your speakers because this is Gina singing 놀러 가자 by 거미.
오늘 햇살이 좋아 뭔가 하고 싶은데 그를 만나서 데이트를 해볼까 차를 마시러 갈까 영화를 보러 갈까 이게 아니야 특별하지 않잖아 늘 틀에 박힌 거 똑같은 거 그거 말고 딴 거 하고 싶어 한 번만 우우우 놀러 가자 그를 데리고 어디론가로 yeah. 우우우 놀러 가자 기차도 좋고 버스도 좋아 둘이서라면 둘이서 가자 갑자기 기분 좋아 마음이 들뜨는데 그를 만나서 얘기를 꺼내볼까 콧노래가 나오네 은큼한 생각 드네 어머 아니야 무슨 생각한 거야 나 망설여지지만 부끄럽지만 그래도 내게 얘기할래 한 번만 우우우 놀러 가자 그를 데리고 어디론가로 I say 우우우 놀러 가자 바다도 좋고 강가도 좋아 당황한 듯한 그대의 한마디 지금 나와 같은 생각한 거니 그러면 우우우 놀러 가자 서로를 믿고 마음을 열고 I say 우우우 놀러 가자 바람 마음도 좋고態度도 좋아 둘이서라면 둘이서 가자 나만 따라와
감사합니다.
That was love it. Perfect for a nice bright day, I think. Love. Benny님 says her rendition is amazing. And 소희님, I agree with this. 놀러 가고 싶어집니다. I want to go and hang. I want to go and have fun now as well. Perfect for a day. 고수님. Just being funny, saying with his eardrums and his 달팽이관 꺼내 넣을게요, and then saying 이미 외출 중. That's awesome. Narration님 crying, saying 저도 기분이 좋아요. I guess it was very emotional. 제니님의 목소리가 창가에 비치는 햇살 같아요. 놀러 가자. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, always everyone's most favorite moment, I think. So thank you for bringing the outside sunshine into the studio.
Thank you too.
And we'll see you next time.
See you guys. See you.
All right. Choi Sung-nim also saying thank you for the song. So this is the end of the first half, everyone. But fear not, because we shall be back very soon. In the second half, we have Melissa in the studio, as well as Quiz Master. And today, you know the drill. It's pizza day. So you're going to want to hang around and participate for that. Make sure you don't go anywhere. But our final song of the first half is going to be Best Song by Young K. I'll see you soon.
질리지가 않는 너 어둠 한가운데서 무슨 꽃을 피워서 빛을 가져다 준 너 네가 있어주는 것만으로 내가 살아있다는 걸 느끼게 해 You're my love 네가 안 보이고 안 들릴 때 안 다닌다 네 손길이 닿지 않으면 다 들어가 또 들어봐도 아직도 황홀한 너 고요한 가운데서 아름다운 소리로 날 이끌어내준 너 네가 있어주는 것만으로 내가 살아있다는 걸 느끼게 해 You're my love 네가 안 보이고 안 들릴 때 안 다닌다 네 손길이 닿지 않으면 다 들어가 You're the best song 너라는 노래가 아니면
부산영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다 축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
From Busan to the world, feel the power of Korean culture. Now, Busan is ready to play a song that will touch hearts around the world together with global fans. 문화와 바다가 만나는 도시 부산. 열정과 희망이 가득한 글로벌 관광 허브 도시 부산. 글로벌 K-pop 팬들이 하나 되는 축제 부산 원아시아 페스티벌. 한류 콘텐츠의 심장이 부산에서 뜁니다. The place where the Korean wave begins. A cultural hub blending tradition and innovation. 늘 새롭고 머물고 싶고 다시 찾고 싶은 도시 부산. Play, work, live, 부산. 이 캠페인은 부산의 관광 가치를 창조하는 글로벌 플랫폼 부산관광공사와 함께합니다.
Let's get some fresh air. What's going on? Why can't I see anything?
It's the yellow dust. You have to close the window. Hey, I know what will improve your eyesight. Look at more beautiful things. Like me.
Can you tell me what I actually need to do during yellow dust days?
Fine. Here are your guidelines for days with yellow dust. First, check your windows to make sure the yellow dust can't get inside. Turn on the air purifier. Second, refrain from outside activities if possible. If you do go out, wear a mask. When you get home, thoroughly wash your hands and feet. Third, fully wash any fruits or vegetables that have been exposed to yellow dust. And last of all, get plenty of water. Keep up to date on weather forecasts for the latest yellow dust information.
This campaign was brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of My Life, My English with me, Yoon Seo-jin. Today we've joined by a very special guest, Lee Young-lim, who's studying English education at university. Hi there, welcome to the show.
Hi, my name is Young-lim. I was born in 2003 in Gyeongju. Yes, a city full of history and nature. I moved to Busan with my family about 2 years ago, and now I live in Jangjeon-dong. I'm currently studying English education at university.
Well, it's not every day we meet someone from Gyeongju, so welcome to Busan. So let's start at the beginning. How did you first hear about BFM?
I actually found out about BFM not too long ago. Even though I've been living in Busan for almost 2 years, I only recently discovered that there's an English radio station here. I was looking for natural English listening materials and came across BFM. Since then, I've enjoyed listening from time to time.
That's great to hear. Do you have a favorite show or go-to program on the BFM?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet, okay. So our next stop, how did you first start learning English for the first time?
Like most Korean students, I started learning English before elementary school, but I really got interested when I started watching musicals and English programs. I was drawn to the emotions and energy on stage, and I wanted to understand them without subtitles. So I started studying English more seriously.
Musicals? That's the first on this show. I don't think anyone else has said that before. Which musicals did you watch and which ones were your favorite?
My favorite was Dear Evan Hansen, which performed the last year, and maybe it will come to the next year. It performed in Busan too.
I love that. Can you recall a time when speaking English made you feel accomplished or brought you some kind of benefit?
Yes, definitely. One unforgettable moment was when I had my first full conversation with a foreigner in English without using any Korean or subtitles at all. It was during a campus event where international students were invited, and I was nervous at first, but as the conversation went on, I realized I could express myself and understand them entirely in English and using some body language. That moment really boosted my confidence.
Amazing. How nice is this? And what did you say is your secret sauce for studying English?
My biggest tip is to find something that connects with you emotionally, whether it's music, dramas, or writing. If it speaks to your heart, you will naturally want to engage with the language and the culture more. For me, watching musical performances and writing about how they made me feel helped me to enjoy English beyond textbooks. To be honest, I still get scared of making mistakes, so I don't always say everything I want to. But I've realized that the moment I stop hesitating and just speak, that's when real improvement begins.
Such a wise words, and I couldn't agree more. Alright, our final stop. How do you hope to use your English skills going forward?
I'm going on an exchange program soon, and September. Yes, and so one of my goals is to use English not just for academics, but to truly connect with people and experience different cultures firsthand. To be not afraid. I believe language is a bridge between people, and I want to make the most of that opportunity while I'm abroad.
It is, yeah.
Yes, and moreover, in the future, I hope to become an English teacher who helps students see the beauty and joy in learning a new language. I want to create a classroom where students aren't afraid of making mistakes, where they feel free to express themselves, and where English becomes a fun and meaningful part of their lives.
So we've got Upi English teacher right here, and we are so glad that we invited you. So thank you so much for being with us today. Safe journey to Germany, and I wish you amazing exchange semester.
Yes, thank you.
And that was 이영림님 studying at uni here in Busan. My Life, My English as Wednesday at around 5 p.m. So we hope to see you back. Have a great day.
Thank you to Yoon Seo-jin for bringing us today's My Life, My English, where we interview people who are learning English, who have a passion for learning foreign languages. Today on the line we had Lee Young-rim, or Lee Young-rim, a university student majoring in English education, sharing passion for learning English and emphasize the importance of emotional connection in language learning and encouraging others to embrace mistakes as part of the process, which I cannot agree with more. Many people, including myself, when you're learning a language, you're afraid of making mistakes, afraid of looking, not that smart. but it's a hindrance to your language learning. Through mistakes, you learn. And really, if communication is the key, we all make mistakes. Native speakers of every language make mistakes. So I think the important thing is have confidence and speak the language. She has a dream of becoming an English teacher who inspires students to enjoy learning and express themselves with confidence. So we do wish her all the best in her learning endeavors and her adventures, even though she's fantastically fluent already. It's very inspirational. Anyway, welcome back everyone to For Your Busan. It is 5:07 in the afternoon. How you doing everyone? The weather is nice. It's a hump day. What could be better? We've got some messages coming in. Now we have people telling us how many steps they walk a day, because that is today's text topic. 여러분 하루에 평균 몇 걸음 걷나요? 그리고 오늘은 몇 보 걸으셨나요? 핸드폰 체크해보세요. That is our text topic of today. Let's have a look here. We had 이현철님 messaging in earlier. Welcome to the show, saying 저는 오늘 많이 못 걸은 것 같아요. 지금까지 걸은 횟수는 3,336걸음 정도 되네요. 적당히 걷기 운동하는 건 좋은 것 같아요. Totally agree. And you know what? 3,000 or so, 3,300 is definitely nothing to sneer at. It is a respectable amount, and doing it moderately, I think, is very important as well. Thank you for sharing. We did have Kosunim a little bit earlier saying that they need to do more. They want to do more. I think I've lost your message, my friend, though. But I did get it that you want to do more. Saying, wow, 그러고 보니 제가 하루에 3,000보 미만으로 걸을 것 같은데 운동이 필요한 요즘이에요. We do get busy at times, but like I said, 3,000 is not a small amount. Of course, maybe doubling, even tripling if you can would be amazing. But we all have busy lives that we lead, so no one is going to, make you feel bad for it. Well done on those 3,000 anyway. That's definitely a great start. 만학도 영은님 as well. Welcome to the show. Saying 안녕하세요. 저는 하루에 평균 10,000보 정도 걷습니다. 수업 오갈 때 40분씩 걸으면 한 9,000보 정도 되는데요. 집에 가는 길에 시장 좀 들르고 하면 이 10,000보를 넘길 때도 많아요. 지금 만보기에 지킨 걸음 수는 4,572보입니다. 라고 하셨어요. That's great. Around 10,000, 9,000 going and coming and going to class, which is great. And then popping into the market or the shop as well, around 10,000. I think that's fantastic. And you're halfway through your goal today. So I assume when you go home later, you'll reach around the 10,000 mark. Congratulations and welcome to the show as well. The time is now 5:09 in the afternoon. Remember, you can message in at any time to #9050, 샵 9050 to cost you 101, a Kakao message or a YouTube live comment. Coming up next is a reason you will definitely want to message in, because it's Quiz Master and we're giving away a pizza coupon. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be back. This is Na 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 by GOT7.
I've got a message 나 지금 심심해란 말이 왜 손이 바빠 대화가 끊기지 않게 여보 babe 마주가고 싶은 너에게 가로세로처럼 취향을 말해줘 널 알아가게 마음과 마음이 닿게 손과 손이 닿게 쉬다 가도 돼 넌 나의 품에 오늘 네 옆자리 나 널 웃게 해줄 사람 나 기분 네가 좋아 나 모든 게 난 궁금해 자꾸 실없이 웃으면 나 픽 천천히 줄어가는 우리의 걸리 핵심 미터기 말해 걸어갔던 내 맘이 조금 답답하지만 참는 자기의 복이 있잖아 잔소리 시작해 서로에 대한 얘기 어쩌면 아찔한 얘기들까지도 모든 길은 열어둬 선은 지원해줘 짓궂어도 뭐 어때 이대로 좋잖아 오늘 네 옆자리 나 게임 같은 생각 하고 있는 것 같은데 대체 뭐가 망설여져 조금씩 마음을 풀어놔도 돼 알고 싶어져 너의 모든 게 다 사소하더라도 알려줘 네 모든 걸 오늘 네 옆자리 나 널 웃게 해줄 사람 나 기분 네가 좋아 나 모든 게 난 궁금해
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. The time is now 5:13 in the afternoon. It's a Wednesday, a hump day. My name is Nick, if you're just joining. And it is time to move on to Quiz Master. Now, this is where you have the opportunity to answer a quiz question, and if you get it correct, you could win a prize. And like I mentioned, today is Wednesday, which means the prize is bigger. The prize is a pizza coupon. And every day we do have a different quiz, but today's quiz is the Busan subway. So the Busan Metro first opened in 1985 with 17 stations, making Busan the second city in South Korea and third in the Korean peninsula to have a metro system. There are 6 lines with 158 stations, including the Busan Kimhae Light Rail and Donghae Line. So, every Wednesday, we bring one subway station in Busan Metro. If you get the station's name without hints, please send your answer. 네, 부산의 한 지하철역에 관한 힌트를 듣고 어떤 역에 대한 이야기인지 맞춰주시면 됩니다. 그래서 오늘은 어떤 역으로 떠나볼까요? Okay, ready for the hints? Firstly, send your messages to #9050, sharp 9050, cost you 101, KakaoTalk message, YouTube live comment, yada yada yada. These are the ways to get involved. Okay, hint number 1. This station is located in 수영로, 수영구 district. So 수영로, 수영구 district. So you can kind of, if you live in Busan, you can narrow it down on the map about where it is. The first train to Yangsan departs from this station. There you go. First train departs from this station. Really got people messaging clean in. Welcome to the show saying 당리역. I've never heard of that station. Is that actually a Busan station? I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check because I don't know every stop in Busan, of course. But still, there you go. Is it real? It's real. Oh, she's just checking. We're checking the validity of them. Anyway, it's on 1호선. Yeah, I need to study the Busan subway more. Thank you, clean. Welcome to the show, 수덕션님. Good to see you. Saying Busan Metro hint. 고수님 saying 대티역. I've never heard of that as well. Is that real? I feel like people are playing games. I don't know. I mean, it could just be me. What line is that on? 1호선. I really don't take the line more that often, I guess. I'm sorry to anyone who lives in 대티역 or 당리역. I'm not 무시해ing you. It's a valid station, and I'm just a bit ignorant of line 1, I think. We have 봄님, welcome to the show, saying 수영역. So we've got a lot of messages coming in. Let me read a couple more hints. Now, before the announcement, 이 역은 땡땡입니다, right? Before that announcement, seagull sound and waves play before it. So you hear the sound of 갈매기, you hear the sound of waves, and then the announcement plays. As of 2024, the station serves 22,874 passengers per day. We have 수덕션님 saying 장산역 2호선 시작입니다. Thank you for your guess. Anyone else, send your messages to #9050, a KakaoTalk message, or a YouTube live comment. We'll be back. Oh wait, we have a hint. We have an audio clip hint. Okay, let's play the audio clip.
내리실 문은 오른쪽입니다. 강안리 해수욕장으로 가실 분은 이번 역에서 내리시기 바랍니다.
Oh, I wonder where that could be. You go. That's a big hint. And it's written here, 결정적 힌트. So it's a very 결정적인 힌트가 보네요. It's quite a decisive hint. So there you go. We're not going to play that clip anymore. 고수님 생 가야역. I feel like 고수님 just plays games with us these days. I think you know where it is in your head. But keep sending your messages in. We'll be right back after a song. We're going to listen to Broken Melodies by NCT Dream.
오늘의 달과 별 너에게 보내 서울 to LA 이유 별거 없지 눈 감아보면 내게 제일 선명하게 떠오르네 바보 같은 걸 알지 너는 저 멀리에 있는데 어저께 난 너 없이 완벽할 수 없지 흐트러져가는 소음일 뿐 잃어버린 그 something 미완성의 우리 I'd do anything to get back to you Life is but a dream, we got history I just wanna feel the chemistry, feel you next to me You know that I hate this distance Cause I'm just left here singing Only harmonies, broken melodies Love drunk energy, I'm in ocean deep I lay awake 나의 머릿속에 너의 목소리만 repeat 멈춰지지 않지 알아 네가 있기에 아름다웠던 나의 찬란한 순간 내 전부인 너 for you 다시 되찾고 싶어 꿈은 바래지지 않기에 오늘의 난 없이 완전할 수 없지 듣고 싶지 않은 소리뿐 닿지 못한 그 something 미완성의 우리 I'll do anything to get back to you You Life is but a dream, we got history I just wanna feel the chemistry, feel you next to me You know that I hate this distance Cause I'm just left here singing Only harmonies, broken melodies Love drunk energy, I'm in ocean deep Oh, I hate this distance And I hate singing Broken melodies I don't have wings but I'm flying There's no perfect timing This could turn into something Let's turn it into something, yeah Green light, I'm ready to go 달려갈게 지금 내게 뛰어들어 초록빛으로 I ain't scared no more 난 너에게로 diving Even when the tide's squaring We don't see the light of day Keep fighting with a begging chance 종말 앞에 내게 쏟아지는 purple rain Don't need protection 희망의 절벽 끝에서 니네 소환하면 돼 I'll never die Guess I finally get back to you Life is but a dream We got history I just wanna feel the chemistry Feel you next to me You know that I hate this Cause I'm just left here singing Only harmonies, broken melodies Love drunk energy I'm in ocean deep I hate this distance I hate singing Broken melodies
Welcome back, everybody, to the show For Your Busan. I didn't just forget the title. My name is Nick, and we're in the middle of Quiz Master. It is 5:21. We've got a lot of answers coming in. People telling us what they think the name of this subway station is. Now, I gave you hints like it's located in 수영로, 수영구. The first train to Yangsan departs from this station. And there was a big hint, a 결정적 힌트, which said that seagull sounds and waves play before the announcement. We had 뽐님 changing their answer saying 진짜 big hint. It was a big hint. We have 뿅님, welcome to the show, saying 수영역. We have 정원님, good to see you, saying 광안역. We have 강성헌님 as well, welcome to the show, my friend, saying 지하철역 정답은 광안역 하겠습니다. Thank you for your suggestion, 강성헌님, and hope you're having a great day. If we look on YouTube Live now, Rarationim is always saying, 너무 어렵네요. I don't know if you're being serious half the time, my friend, but you know what you're really good at? 눈치, right? You're really good at looking and 가르타잉 onto people's answers. We have 만학도영님 saying 광안역, 제니님 saying 광안역 as well. 수덕손님 saying 금연산역. People are in a general area which is good, like a kind of specific area, so you know your basic geography of the city, except 고수님, who guessed 가야역 a little bit earlier. Cleanim saying 피자역. I like your sense. But you're very unlikely to win the prize if you say 피자역. Unless there isn't a 피자역, is there? Not like 1호선 피자역은 없죠. 진짜 joke죠, joke. It's a joke. Okay, I'll get that. 수덕쇼님 changing their answer very specifically, saying 광안역 3번 출구 2호선. Okay, exit 3 of Gwangan Station. And then saying 200원 갑니다. Oh, that's a lot of money. Be careful, my friend. All right. We have 보나님 saying 광안역이요. Welcome to the show and thank you for your guess. All right. Keep sending your guesses in. I'm going to give you some more hints. Here are some more hints. Okay. This is the busiest station during the Busan Fireworks Festival. That's a big hint as well. So, once a year there is the Busan Fireworks Festival. On this day, this is the busiest station. For good reason. You should avoid this station on Fireworks Day. This station is located between Suyang and Gumyeonsan. And the station number is 209. I'm sure that helped a lot. I hope it did anyway. So keep sending your messages. We have 4326번님. Hello there. Welcome. And they said 금연산역인 것 같아요. Thank you for your suggestion and your guess. Okay. So take what I said into account. Do some mathematics or logistics or whatever it is in your head and send me your answers. S. Ducknim, welcome to the show. Good to see you after a while. Saying 양산 시민입니다. 광안역. Okay, so you're from Yangsan. You're a resident of Yangsan, so you think you know the answer. Melinim, welcome to the show. Saying 그럼 광안역이네요. Thank you for your answer, Melinim. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to take a song break. We'll be right back after with the answer and the winner. This is Maniac by Conan Gray.
You were with your friends partying when the alcohol kicked in. Said you wanted me dead, so you show up at my home all alone with a shovel and a rose. Do you think I'm a joke? 'Cause people like you always want back what they can't have, but I'm past that and you know that, so you should turn back to your right back, tell them I'm trash. Tell all of your friends that I'm crazy and drive you mad, that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath, and tell them you hate me and dated me just for laughs. So why do you call me and tell me you want me back? You maniac. You maniac. You maniac. You maniac. You just went too far, wrecked your car, called me crying in the dark. Now you're breaking my heart, so I'll show up at your place right away, wipe the tears off of your face while you beg me to stay. Well, people like you always want back what they can't have, but I'm past that and you know that, so you should turn back to your right back, telling I'm trash. Tell all of your friends that I'm crazy and drive you mad, that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath, and tell them you hate me and dated me just for laughs. So why do you call me and tell me you want me back? monster, a psychopath, and telling you hate me and dated me just for laughs. So why do you call me and tell me you want me back? You maniac. You maniac. You maniac. You maniac.
Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to For Your Busan. It is 5:28 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and I think we've got a lot of answers coming in about today's question, today's Quiz Master question. I've asked you, what is the subway station that I'm talking about today? Lots of hints were given out, sound hints, the station number, where it is, the fact that it's the busiest station on fireworks day. All right. We got some message. We have 정원님 saying, 지금 광안역 지나고 있다가 퀴즈 듣고 깜짝 놀랐네요 라고 하셨어요. Hey, it's fate. Maybe that's why you knew the answer. Hey? 고수님 saying 정답은 피자 저 주세요. That's good. That's good. Answer seriously, my friend. 만학도 영어님 saying 그런데 양산 가는 지하철이 왜 2호선 시작역인 장산역이 아니라 중간에 있는 광안역에서 출발하죠? I was thinking the same thing. And maybe we'll have an answer. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll tell you the answer first. All right. Anyway, the answer to this quiz is 광안 Station입니다. 광안역이죠. That's right. Yeah, basically everyone got that correct. It is. Now, I have an answer for you, 만학도 영어님, from our writer. 홍 작가님 says 첫 열차만 광안역 출발이라고 하셨어요. There you go. Only the first train leaves from 광안역. Interesting. I didn't know that. Trains are too complicated. You know, I used to watch Thomas the Tank Engine as a kid. Never could understand the buckling and unbuckling process and switching lanes. Confuse me. I just like the trains with faces. Anyway, all right, we're going to choose a winner. The person getting this pizza coupon of today is 드디어 고수님께 드리겠습니다. Yeah. 고수님, congratulations. After 10 years of waiting, 20 years of waiting, you finally win today's pizza coupon. Congratulations, my friend. And thank you, everyone, for participating as well. Remember, we have a quiz every single day, so don't worry if you didn't win today. Try your luck again tomorrow and the day after. Until then, hold steady. Now, the time is 5:30 in the afternoon. Coming up next, we've got Melissa in the house, so don't go anywhere.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everyone, to For Your Busan. Hope you're having a great day so far. And staring at me from my left side is none other than Melissa. Hello.
Hello. I wasn't only staring, I was also laughing at you when you were talking about your very funny confusion as a child with Thomas the Tank.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Did you used to watch Thomas the Tank Engine?
I'm a girl. No.
That doesn't matter.
No, I like girly stuff. I didn't want to watch a boy train show. I wanted to watch princesses and mermaids and Care Bears and, you know, that kind of stuff.
I liked Furbies.
Oh. Those are cute. Okay, I would say cugly.
Cute ugly?
Cute ugly. Yeah, I don't think that's a real word, but I feel like it should be.
I like
cugly.
Yeah,
you like
I'll
cugly?
take that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I had the toys when you get the kids' meal at a certain burger restaurant. And because of my brother, my 둘째 오빠, he took me to this burger place just to get the toys. And so I had the little plastic Furby dolls with little, like they had that little bit of hair on their head, right? Like a mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
Right, just in the middle, just the mohawk hair. And I had, I don't know, maybe 6, 8. But as I got older, I sold them.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Entrepreneur as you got older. Fair enough.
I don't think I made much money, but goodbye to those plastic toys.
Hey, we all have to part sometime. As long as they're not worth a lot of money in the future, like certain Pokemon cards that I got rid of when I was a kid. And I could be a millionaire if I kept them.
Yep. Look
Anyway.
at that. Regret.
So, I think we've talked about this before. Are you a walker?
Yes, absolutely.
What would you say your average step count is per day?
Oh, a step count, not kilometers.
In steps, yeah.
Oh, in steps.
Well, they say on average, 1,000 steps per kilometer. So
okay.
if you can work that out
So
that
probably then about 7,000, 6,000 to 7,000 a day.
That's pretty good.
Yes, I only take the subway and then walk. I do not take the bus because of 멀미. I get motion sick.
Do you like to look at your phone and stuff when on transportation?
In the subway, yes. In the bus, I cannot.
For
I
sure.
will throw up.
Yes.
People will be like, oh, look at this foreigner who had too much soju. No, soju had nothing to do with it. It's just 멀미. I can't ride the bus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I get all my steps in, right?
Fair
Because
enough.
some subway stations are a little bit far from where you want to go, especially if where you want to go is up the mountain.
Yes. That's fair enough, because, we're talking about steps. Everyone has different steps. Some people walk 3,000. One person has walked 70,000 in a day.
Wow.
As a record, and they said they felt strange after, and they never did it.
They never did it again.
I can imagine you would get delirious after 70,000 steps.
That is very far.
So, this is Ask Me Anything, where we go over some kind of interesting, slightly crazy, but relatable scenarios, and we try and find solutions and answers to them. What is today's scenario?
Okay, so of course, listeners, please let us know your opinion. If you had this situation, what you would do. Here is the problem. It's about a woman's 시월드. Okay, so it's gonna be spicy.
The in-laws. Okay, in-law
yes,
problem.
in-law problem. So this is an issue with 할머니 and 할아버지, not 외할머니, not 외할아버지. So this is an issue with the woman's husband's parents and how they are...
Wait, their grandparents.
Yes, so the grandparents to their grandkids, right? So this is a woman who is married and she has children.
Okay.
So these are her children's grandparents on her husband's side.
So her mother and
her
father.
mother and father-in-law.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I will clarify. Yes.
All right, then.
Yes. So according to her, her husband's parents are never willing to help with her children. So the grandparents seems like they don't want to help with their grandkids, but they like to pretend to be involved to show off to their friends. So 그냥 다른 사람들한테 보이라고 도와주는 척해요. So they want that image, oh, I'm so helpful, I'm so involved in my grandchildren's lives, but actually they are not.
Okay.
So the woman added that her kids' paternal grandparents are just terrible with kids. So she's saying her parents-in-law are bad with kids, but we don't have an example of what that means exactly.
Okay.
She also said her kids cry uncontrollably and have total meltdowns only when they are with 할머니, 할아버지.
Okay.
They act totally differently with 외할머니, 외할아버지.
They don't like being with the grandparents.
Yes.
Okay.
So this mom said she's frustrated and tired of pretending to care about maintaining a relationship between her kids and their paternal grandparents. Does she need to keep making an effort to build a relationship between her kids and their paternal grandparents?
You know what? I've heard of this kind of case among people I know.
Okay.
I have friends who have children. They have, babies, very young babies. But not always their in-law. Sometimes their parents don't want to help with their kids. you know.
Right.
Yeah. So
the level of involvement, like the expectation of how much someone would be involved versus actual involvement in the lives of the children is sometimes very different.
I would expect, or I would hope that my parents and if I had a child, that my parents and my parents-in-law would love to help their grandkids.
Right.
It's a biological thing. You know,
you would hope.
Kind of like your offspring. It's your offspring's offspring. So I thought it would be natural.
Yes.
But I can see maybe some grandparents, they're like, I've had kids once.
Yes.
Don't want to do it again.
Absolutely.
I've done my time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something where they would need to babysit regularly. They might think, you know what, I've done this. Been there, done that. Please don't make me stay home more when,
Exactly.
they've got other things to do.
Yeah.
So it's a sticky situation. And here, our advice, it varies greatly because we have no examples. Right? We don't know why the kids don't like their grandparents.
Yeah.
We don't know why the woman is ready to give up. So without examples, it's a little bit difficult to say exactly what to do.
Right. And I don't want to assume the worst, that something sinister is going on.
Right.
Because, of course, when it comes to kids, you always have to be careful that, if the kids are unhappy, then sometimes it can be a cause for concern.
Yes.
But we'll assume that nothing nefarious is going on.
Yes.
They just don't have a good relationship. Maybe the grandparents of the grandkids are a little bit mean and standoffish. They're just like, 혼자서 놀아. Don't hang around with me.
Yes.
Yeah,
not
very loving.
There are people who just aren't good with children naturally.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily their fault, right? They don't know what to do. It's like, some people are not good with birds. You give them a pet bird and they're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
What am I doing?
Yes. We can't necessarily put fault on the grandparents, but we don't know. So what are some options that we can do in this situation?
So option number one, piece of advice, instead of inviting these grandparents to your house, invite them to a more structured activity focused around the kids.
Okay.
So, for example, invite them to a school concert or a soccer game of one of the children. So, if the grandparents aren't comfortable or aren't good with children, this is an easy way for them to show they support their grandkids without forcing them to think of some other activity to do together.
그럼 단순히 내 아이를 좀 돌봐줘 막 하는 것이 아니고 이 아이들 중심으로 하는 활동에 할머니, 할아버지를 초대하세요. 예를 들어서 I guess like 학교 공연이나 like a school play 아니면 축구 경기 무슨 체험 같은 거 like some kind of experience like 김치 체험, 김장 체험, whatever it is.
Somebody else has planned the event and you just go together.
Okay, so the grandparents don't have to think of an activity to do. Okay.
Yes.
수덕션님 says, I've been there, done that. Oh, I'm curious. How have you been there and done that?
Yes.
Are you a grandparent, or maybe your children and your grandparents don't have the closest relationship? 궁금한데요.
Yes, I am also very curious.
All right, what is option number 2?
Option number 2, continue doing what you're doing with family activities, but check your own attitude. So this goes to the mother who asked this question. The mother needs to make sure she stays neutral about 할머니, 할아버지 in front of her kids, because the kids might simply be reacting negatively to the grandparents because they are mirroring or copying mom's behavior.
So this is assuming that the mother is not very pleasant in front of the grandparents.
Yes,
So
yes.
just-
Or maybe, when they are not there, she might have said something even accidentally in front of the kids. Because
Yeah.
it's easy to forget how young and impressionable. Impressionable is 영향 받기 쉬운.
Yeah.
Even teenagers are very impressionable. So, if someone or something is not a danger, right?
Yeah.
Like we said before, then maybe they need to decide for themselves, right?
그렇죠. 아이들은 모범을 통해서 많이 배우니까 이 엄마도 이 할머니, 할아버지 앞에서 좋은 태도로 막 행동하시면 좋을 것 같아요. So the kids can follow a good attitude. We have a Racio님 saying 아이들은 환경과 교감이 중요한 것 같아요. 자주 안 보거나 낯설면 본능적 두려움이 앞서 울음이 나올 수 있다고 합니다. So kids are, it's very important. Their communication and their environment and relationships are very important. If they don't see them often, maybe if they're a bit shy or unfamiliar, it's the natural fear to maybe cry in front of something they're not familiar with or
Right.
to not be comfortable, and they'll have that fear.
That's true, because we don't know how old these kids are. So that's a very good point. They might just, be scared and not know how to say, I'm scared.
Yeah. What's option number 3?
Option number 3 is if the paternal grandparents ask to do something with the kids, try to say yes whenever possible, but don't try so hard anymore yourself to plan activities that include them.
So just don't try anymore.
So, don't try to plan it yourself. If this is one-sided, right? If it's always mom saying, let's ask grandma, grandpa to do this. Let's ask grandma, grandpa to do this. Let's ask, maybe she should stop and then wait for them to suggest something.
They might never suggest
themselves.
anything.
Well,
they don't have a good relationship. They could never suggest anything.
This is the risk.
Okay, fair enough. So
kind of like if you're messaging someone and they're not messaging you back, right? You come to a time where you have to decide, am I going to continue on this kind of one-sided relationship? Or pogi, right? Are we going to give up and say, okay, it takes two people to have a quality relationship?
Takes two to tango, for sure. Now, I think for me, this might be a good viable option. I would suggest it a couple of times. You want to hang out with them. If they really show no interest, then you know what? I'm going to leave the ball in your court. And if you want to hang around with your grandchildren, contact me. I'm done contacting you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, right?
But that's for me. Actually, all of these seem like pretty reasonable. They all seem like really good answers, actually. I think these would all be mature options to take. Because the first one is inviting them into a structured activity that you have designed. The second one is to act well in front of the grandparents, right? And be a good role model for your kids so they see, 할머니, 할아버지 are really friendly people.
Yes.
And then the third one is leave the ball in their court. I like all of them.
You like all of them?
I'll combine them together. Make a super answer.
Yes. So there were many people talking about this online with kind of the debate between being with 왜 할머니, 왜 할아버지, and then 할머니, 할아버지, right? So the difference between your maternal grandparents and then your paternal grandparents. So I'm curious, Nick, were you obviously closer to one set of grandparents?
Yeah, because of distance.
Okay.
I was closer to my paternal set of grandparents.
Oh, to the paternal, not the maternal.
Because they lived across the country, but it's closer than out of the country.
Oh.
So I saw them once or twice a year, but because of that, it was an exciting adventure to go and see my grandparents every time.
Oh, exciting adventure. I like that.
Because I'm from the south, near London area. Industrial, busy, boring in my opinion. But my grandparents lived up north in the countryside. Lots of farmland, no tall buildings in sight. Very green and browns. And every time I went up there, it was like going to a different world.
Yes, I was thinking Shinsegae, right? From the concrete jungle to actual nature.
It was a simpler life.
Okay.
And I think I liked it. Walking the dogs in the forest next to their house every morning. Lots of, the smell of farmland, which is good or bad.
Yeah.
But I think, I always liked it because of that. What about you? Were you closer to your maternal or paternal?
Definitely maternal. But I mean, my paternal side, in their defense, the Danish side of the family died pretty young. So my Danish grandparents, they died when I was very young. But my 왜 할머니, she lived to be Korean age 99.
Wow.
And she moved next door to us when I was in kindergarten.
Oh.
So
Poor your mother.
Yeah.
Was she okay with that?
No, that was my mom's mom.
Your mom's mom.
Right, who lived next
Poor
door.
your father.
He loved it, actually. He was over there every day drinking her coffee.
Okay.
And, complaining about things.
That's
and
awesome.
she would make us lunch and she would make sure we got off the school bus. And
That's good.
Yeah, I was a grandma's girl.
Actually, you know what? I think the benefits would be that if the parents wanted to go on a little trip, they wanted to get away, or they were busy, your grandmother was right there to take care of you in a pinch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Whenever we were sick, we went to my grandma's house. I had my own sick blanket.
That's sweet. Then you must have great memories.
Yeah, I do. That was the sick blanket. But, I do understand. It sounds a little bad when you say it like that.
You did
but
wash it, right?
We washed it, yes. But that's the special ibul for when you are,
Sick. Oh, it's not covered in sick.
eggy. It's not covered. It's not covered in sick. That would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Yes, right. But I do understand the problems here, and I think one issue could be generational differences, right? So some commenters to this problem online, they said parenting styles differ depending on your generation. And in Korea too, right? We have very different parenting styles depending on, right? Was this right after the Korean War? Was this, when Korea was developing quickly? And so in the U.S., maybe also in the U.K., baby boomers were nicknamed the me generation.
The me generation.
Me generation, yes, meaning they got labeled as a little bit selfish. So one commenter said, many in the baby boomer generation in the U.S. treat kids like clothes. They want to look good with them, but will do nothing to help. So that's very interesting. But then another commenter, again, going on this generational difference, commenter Iraq, he said, from personal experience, older generations have a weird hierarchy, the Geichung. So this person, he said his mother told him on the day his daughter was born, she would not be able to love his daughter like she did her other grandchildren from his sister because he is a guy.
I think this is all personal.
So, well,
isn't it?
I'm not sure. I actually heard the exact same thing from my baby boomer parents. I heard the exact same thing. And so I'm assuming because I'm their daughter, they would feel more comfortable saying, hey, you idiot, what are you doing to that poor kid? Let me tell you how to raise your kid the right way. As a dal, that's very comfortable to, yell at your own dal. But if it's myeonari, ooh, now it becomes very comfortable.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable to say to not your biological child.
I mean, I
would guess.
so. I mean, there are a lot of intergenerational differences. I think one of the biggest issues of the past 10, 15 years was smacking, right?
Yes.
It was when I was growing up, it was not in schools, but it was a thing at home. You get told off, you smack.
You got a spanking?
You got a smacking,
Or you were told, choose your stick. Did you have to go choose your stick?
No.
No,
I
lucky.
I didn't get the luxury of choosing.
They chose the stick for you.
But now it's illegal in a lot of places in England, and if not, very, very frowned upon. So I guess a lot of things are going to be different. We had a message from 만학도 영어님 saying 손주들을 별로 좋아하지 않는 할머니, 할아버지와 아이들을 굳이 친밀한 사이로 만들려고 애쓸 필요가 있을까요? So is there any really point in trying to foster a good relationship between your grandkids and grandparents if the grandparents don't like the kids? So what's the point? I would say, you can't, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yes.
So you can try, but they have to do the liking and the loving.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because especially if the kids reach a certain age where it does nothing but make the children uncomfortable, then yes, this is not helpful.
Well, this has been a very contentious topic, I guess. I am definitely of the option, try a couple of times, but the ball is in their court. If they don't want to do it, it's their loss. These
Yes.
kids will grow up happy, wonderful, and the grandparents won't be a part of their lives.
Yes, which is very sad. I mean, there was a commenter online going by the name Dean. He said too many people were too easily dismissive of relatives. And they're saying maybe this one set of grandparents is taking a step back because the other grandparents are so important. And, maybe they feel like they're intruding. But at the same time, another commenter by the name Dennis said too many people tolerate behavior from family members that would never be tolerated from non-family.
Yeah.
And added, we're under no obligation to spend time with family members that are a burden.
That is absolutely true. It's that, they have no obligation to spend time with their grandkids. I would say it would be their loss, but they have every right to. I think.
And the same with the children, right? Once they
exactly.
become teenagers, young adults,
Exactly.
you have to choose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know, one day I could be in this situation, and I'm sure many people are, so I hope this gave you something to think about, and I hope your relationships with all of the generations in your family are good. Melissa, thank you so much, and thank you for the thought-provoking topic. I'll see you next week.
Yes, we'll see you next week for more.
Bye-bye. All right, everyone, the time is now 5:53 in the afternoon. Time to wrap up Hump Day. Tomorrow's Thursday. Come join me for some more great stuff, Bugalishi Challenge and Modern Family. We're going to finish off with a bit of Green Day, When September Ends. The show was produced by Tong Yuna, written by Hong Young-hwa. I've been your host, Nick. Have a wonderful evening.
The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass, 7 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends. What I lost. Wake me up when September